Good evening, collectives, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I'd certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. Okay, so what I like to do, just as what I've did with the Jennifer Hudson I'm reading, I like to go on and take a glimpse at the new Sherri show just to see if her show actually is going to make it beyond the first season. Okay. I've decided to use my modern witch tarot deck in order to convey your this reading tonight. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now, ladies and gentlemen, is that I'm just gonna go and shuffle up here and just see what the spirits have to say in regards to Sherri's situation here. We do know that Sherri took over the Wendy Williams show, so let's see what the outlook is for her. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. And if you like this reading, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and share it with others to whom you think might even benefit from it. Okay. All right. Spirit, what messages would you like to share in regards to Sherri Shepherd's new talk show? Is it going to survive? Okay. Is it going to go beyond the first season? All right. Okay. Let's just start off, ladies and gentlemen, by selecting a few cards here from the bottom of the deck. Okay. Let me just pull a few cards here. All right. We have Temperance. I'm just going to select a few. We have Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Okay. We have, wow, and the Five of Swords. We'll stop there. All right. So let's start off by just seeing what type of energy that seemed to pervade this question here. So let's look at Temperance first, ladies and gentlemen. With Temperance, that of course connects with fire sign Sagittarius. And this card certainly denotes a moderate approach here. So Sherri will certainly need to work well with others. I'm feeling as a team, which will put her in good stead. I'm kind of getting because this card is all about having the necessary discipline as well as flexibility to succeed. Okay, this card, ladies and gentlemen, also shows here that I'm kind of feeling it shows an inability, or it shows basically an ability actually to get through a crisis or a rather trying period while even maintaining self-control here. Okay, that's what I'm feeling here with that card here. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, with that card, that shows slow and steady growth, and slow and steady wins a race, ladies and gentlemen. Just like, Aesop said with the tortoise and the hare. No one ever thought the tortoise would beat the hare, but he did, right? So this card shows that she's gonna work hard and things are about to pay off handsomely for her if she continued to, maintain focus here. All right. And it shows too that if she just be patient and keep her eyes on the prize here, because this card is all about reaping your harvest. But sometimes we tend to want things to manifest a lot sooner than what God would like it to do. So I think she's putting in all of the effort right now, and it's going to bear fruit, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it's going to bear fruit because look what the next card is. Ace of Pentacles. All right. So I'm seeing continued progress, particularly during the spring period or up until the spring, or something very positive go should take shape for her during the spring. Okay, perhaps I'm seeing high ratings, everything really just turning in her favor. Okay. However, though, because we have this Five of Swords here that sits next to that, that kind of tells me that I'm kind of sensing that there's someone who might try to blackmail her or betray her trust in some way. I'm getting perhaps someone from her past. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to just pull out a few more cards here. All right. Just to look at her present, her past situation. I'm sorry, I'm going to look at her past and then I'm going to examine her present. And then I'm going to see what potential challenges she might be up against and try to give her some advice and to show what's hidden in a potential outcome, okay? So, we're going to first address the issue as to whether this show or her show is going to last beyond the first season. Okay, so I'm going to just pull out a few cards here just to see if we can go in and just ask Tara for the answer. Okay, we have the Four of Wands. Okay, and this is going to be for her past. Okay, we have the Five of Wands, which is in her present. For what's challenging her, we have Judgment, which seems to be a major challenge that she's going to have to go through. Okay, and then we have for advice, we have Six of Swords, what's hidden, Nine of Swords, wow. And then we have a potential outcome, which is the Four of Cups. So let's look at these cards right now just to determine, the polarity, the whether one is, which one is, if she gets more yeses than nos, then of course her show is gonna, succeed and go beyond the first season here. So let's look at the Four of Wands here. The Four of Wands is certainly a resounding yes card, okay? The Five of Wands here. This is also a yes card, ladies and gentlemen, but a lot of conflict is also going to be involved. So she certainly is going to have to fight for whatever it is that she wants here, okay? And then we have Judgment. That's also a resounding yes card, okay? We have the Six of Swords. That's a no card, ladies and gentlemen. We also have the Nine of Swords, which also is a no card. Okay? And then we have the Four of Cups, which is a yes card. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, from just turning, we only had two no's, basically. So we have three yeses and a no. Okay, and it's very favorable. It's very positive. I'm very positive that her show is certainly going to go beyond the first season here. We're just looking at the energies here. So now, what my job is to just go through these cards that I pulled here to determine why the answer is yes. This is a way that you can kind of check yourself to make sure that your answer is correct. Okay, so let's look at the past. She has the Four of Wands, right? So with the Four of Wands, Venus is in Aries. So this card is a good omen, ladies and gentlemen, and it represents a cause for celebration. Her, that she recently received word, of course, now she's on the show now, but she received word that her new show was a go. And it shows, ladies and gentlemen, that she certainly worked very hard with others to manifest, you know, both jubilance and prosperity. I'm getting. Okay. And this card also shows she reaped what she sown, okay? And the results are that she attained were well deserved. And this certainly was a commemorative moment for her, I'm getting. One in which she established a very, very supportive partnership. All right? Let's move on and see what's going on in her present. We have the Five of Wands. Okay, so with having that card there, Saturn, this card Saturn governs this card, and it's, of course, connect with fire signs, usually a Leo. So this card brings about a lot of competitiveness, chaos, fighting. It also brings about a lot of upheaval and disagreement, or just trying to struggle to assert yourself, to get people to listen, ladies and gentlemen, to your ideas. So at this moment, things are quite challenging for for Sherri, I believe. Okay, everything is really seemed to be competing for her and her attention. But things are, and I feel that things are certainly going array because it looks like she has yet to really strategize things appropriately or her priorities. Okay, I feel that at this point she's reacting too quickly to things. So much so that she might feel a bit hassled. Somebody might be hassling her a little bit, or she's feeling that way. Okay. Spirit says that she needs to remain confident because the challenges that she appears to be up against will be very adventurous. Wow. Okay. And I'm getting that she really needs to have faith that she can surmount any obstacle present. Okay. And there also might be, she might also be going through some type of a legal debacle, I'm getting. And she'll certainly need to face most of her problems, face these issues because, again, I have to stress most of her problems seem to be stemming from her past. I'm getting, but with this card, it tends to bring about an auspicious turn of events. With this card, I'm kind of feeling most of her problems seems to be connected with romantic situations, perhaps an estranged ex. I'm getting. Okay. I'm also seeing a very significant boost. Okay, here to the bottom line here with this Ace of Pentacles, things are going to go well for her smoothly. She certainly is going to go beyond the first season. But let's look at what might even, in fact, challenge her. What might, kind of come up as a challenge to her. We have Judgment, okay? So with Judgment, that connects with fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and Pluto governs this card. So a few things that might challenge her. First is that it looks like that she has a hard time letting go of the routine or just clinging to a routine or old habits or just thinking that perhaps she knows it all and not listen to, sometimes she has an inability to listen to helpful advice or perhaps even shirk her responsibilities, or she might have difficulty in really, you know, accepting accountability for circumstances, or perhaps even being confrontational quite a bit. And all of this stuff, I think, is the challenges are being caused because of that romantic. It looks like she's very desperately seeking love. I'm kind of getting here. Okay, this is just something added that I'm throwing in. Okay, and another thing that may challenge her is just being simply overcritical or constantly trashing or beating, herself up for things that she didn't, or things that she didn't feel that she may have done well. Okay, or just simply having an inability to forgive those who may have hurt her, or just constantly holding on to a grudge that is really kind of blocking her progress that I'm kind of getting. Okay. So let's go on and just see what the next card is in terms of advice here. We have the Six of Swords, right? And with the Six of Swords, Mercury governs this card and is connected to an Aquarius, okay? Or an air sign. So the advice of this card seems to be indicating, and then Sherri, you're watching this card is telling you that you are in fact on the right path. But don't expect things to be easy here because as you see here, you're moving over troubled waters here, okay, to calmer waters. So what you'll need to do is to plan properly, okay? Because those are the key to unlocking the success that you're seeking. Surrender negativity at all costs because the storm certainly will clear if you leave your destructive, toxic past behind, you see? So that's what you need to do. Let's move right along and see what might be hidden in your situation. Okay. We have Nine of Swords. Wow. Okay. So with the Nine of Swords here, this is certainly the Nightmare card. So Sherri's worries, it seems that it's going to be kind of getting the better of her. Okay. And I feel that she's always going to be thinking the worst. But as you note here, when you see the symbolism in this card, The swords don't touch this person. This person, usually, the person is worrying over nothing here, okay? Perhaps sometimes when you have a history of things not working out, you're always thinking the worst here, okay? So this card actually, even though it's a nightmare type card, it also tells you, that it's kind of time to change your way of thinking here. This card is connected with Mars, and as we know, this card, Mars is the god of war, all right? And Mars is in Gemini with this card, okay? So with this endeavor, okay, this talk show that she's in, she's also, I feel that her own thinking, she's just being her own worst enemy right now. And again, it's connected because of all of the competitiveness and the things that she's had to experience romantically, but romantically seems to be high on the list. Okay. Or perhaps with this card is all about just being very uncertain about her career prospects. So that's what this card is saying here. She's probably going to be up all night worrying about things over which she has no control, you know? And even though that a part of her is confident, this fear is going to reduce that confidence. However, rest assured that her fears won't materialize, as I said with this card. Perhaps she'll feel guilty about someone she'll need to let go, as I said, getting back to the romantic aspect here. Okay? I do see that she'll run into some type of disagreement, it looks like, with her boss. I'm kind of getting, who always challenges her. It looks like an argument of some sort. Okay? But I don't think it's going to last that long. It'll get resolved. More than likely because of differences of opinions, I'm kind of getting. I don't think it's going to be that serious. All right? So let's look at what the outcome is. We have the Four Cups here. Now, with this card, it tends to be a very doldrum or boring type card. So I'm going to go on and just flip another card to clarify this and kind of give you the interpretations together here. So we have the Four Cups along with the Knight of Cups. So I feel that with that combination, although she'll be in the doldrums due to conflicts that she's been facing, I feel, ladies and gentlemen, that this pair really shows an offer of some sort is going to be coming towards her. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we know what that offer is, an offer to continue the show. Okay? And the offer looks to be very supportive, perhaps from a young executive at the show that I'm kind of getting that she's going to receive this offer. I feel that although her career is about to shine, again, I have to stress love is really what she really wants the most. She wants a very, very positive change, but a positive change is, in fact, imminent for her. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I see. What I'm going to do for Sherri, and hopefully she might even be watching this. I'm going to go on and select 20 letters for her to help her identify the people around whom she might want to be a bit vigilant and cautious, okay? Because it does seem that does have a few things that's going on in here. So, of course, we don't know whether these letters would be true, but perhaps these may be helpful to her, okay? So, Spirit, guide me to the 20 letters to help Sherri determine the people around whom she should be vigilant or cautious, okay? 20 letters. Because people can really bring you down here, you know? We have we have a queen. I'm sorry, a Q, an O, E, H. Okay, Sherri, these letters are for you. We have an A, an E, another E, an A. We have a U, an I, and we have a blank letter. And when you have a blank tablet here in my readings, this blank tablet can be used for any letter of that you would desire if it would make out a name here with the letters that I have already mentioned. And I'm going to repeat them after doing so. We have another O, a Y, an S, an H, a V, an I. We have a Z. Let's see how many we have. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Two more letters. Okay. We have an M. And last but not least, we have an R. Okay, so let me repeat these letters to make sure that Sherri has them in case she's watching. Okay, we have 3 E's. There are 2 A's. There are 2 I's, 2 O's, okay, an R, Z, Y, S, M, 2 H's, a V, U, Q, and the blank tablet, okay? So this concludes this reading, okay? Collect this. Be sure to give this a big thumbs up if you like this reading, okay? Be sure to share it with others. And if you'd like to schedule a more personalized reading, you can certainly scoot on over to my website, or you can contact me at either or both of the email address identified within the description box. Have a nice evening.